Hello, I'm here to speak to you about the fear and negativity instinct. Factfulness by Hans Rosling is a New York Times bestseller, a revelation and account of the majority of the population's perception of the world around us. In a quiz withholding 13 fact questions, the average population, including professionals, tends to score very badly, even worse than chimpanzees. Now, why is that? This book reveals the truth behind our dramatic instincts and our overdramatic worldview. After multiple attempts of quizzing individuals from different age groups, sexes, educational, and income values, I've come to one conclusion. We all have a quite distorted view on the world around us. I started by quizzing my mother, who has a bachelor's in business management and scored a 5 out of 13. The question she got devastatingly wrong merely had to do with extreme poverty and deaths per natural disaster. This was very interesting to me since she tends to be very up to date with the news. So I decided to look a little further. For attempt number 2, I decided to quiz my best friend, a nursing major, to see how she would do. And she scored even lower. And what I found even more interesting was that she too got the same answers wrong that my mom had. She even went as far as telling me she was going to fact check this information. How many others are out there with this same perception? And so off to Instagram I went. For example, number 3, a question about extreme poverty. 96 individuals saw this question, while only 36 decided to respond. And out of those 36, only 13.8% got this question right. Off to number 7, regarding deaths for natural disasters. 82 people viewed this question, while only 25 decided to answer, and 16% got this question right. The world is getting better and better, and no one even realizes it. Welcome to the negativity instinct. Question 3 asks, in the last 20 years, the proportion of the world population living in extreme poverty has almost doubled, remained more or less the same, or almost halved. If you chose almost halved, you are correct. According to Factfulness, just 20 years ago, 29% of the world population lived in extreme poverty. Now that number is down to just 9%. And here's a graph to just show that decline. Billions have managed to escape level 1 and have moved up to levels 2 and 3 without us on level 4 even noticing. But if you pick the latter, don't feel left out. I now introduce to you the fear instinct. Question 7 asks, how did the number of deaths per year from natural disasters change over the last 100 years? Has it more than doubled, remained about the same, or decreased to less than half? You guessed it, it decreased to less than half. According to the International Disaster Database, people today have a whopping 75% less chance of being killed by a natural disaster than their grandparents or great-grandparents. Just look at the decline. So, why do we get this wrong? My mom brought up some great points. Would it be the type of exposure we receive through the media? Perhaps. Attempt number 3, I decided to go to a close official of mine to get his opinion. Definitely. Number 3, a question that many people get wrong. In the last 20 years, the proportion of the world population living in extreme poverty has, you said that it has almost doubled, when in reality it has almost halved.
And the reason I said doubles because you would think that there's more children being born without, less access still to birth control and that, and education out there. But I guess it is getting better.
How did the number of deaths per year from natural disasters change over the last 100 years? You said that they decreased to less than half, which is actually the correct answer. So what was your reasoning?
Building codes, if you look worldwide, you have better structure. You've had so many disasters, so I think people have learned how to build better structures.
Definitely.
There's just more education on how to combat, and there's better warning out there, whereas 100 years ago, we'll say, you had no real clear communication.
Right. And so as you can see, even officials can be wrong. Later, I asked my little brother the same questions, and although he got a 4 out of 13, he was the only one who got questions 3 and 7 correct. How could this be? His responses left me shocked. He said, better education, awareness, prevention, and trade. So, in conclusion, do your research. Compare risk to actual danger and exposure. Things do seem bad, but they're better. The media tends to feed you the worst news, but that does not mean that there is no good news out there. Thank you.